Barcelona, most important players tier list for the 25-26 season. Now, as through D, obviously, as being the most important, but I'm going to change it a little. Let's go must have. Then let's go, or let's go like crucial, or let's go necessary. I don't know how to spell necessary. Necessary, crucial, important, depth, and yo, my bad. Depth and don't. Now, that is the criteria. It's necessary, crucial to our success. Important, depth, so like good off the bench, and don't matter. Off rip. Who's this? Big Ron? Ron. I'm going to put Ron in important because if you watch today's game, he played striker and scored the win. But under normal circumstances, that should not be happening. And under normal circumstances, Ron Araujo is selling my fucking cash. But I always believe him, bro. I don't know why, but I fuck with him. People hate on him. It's like, yo, he's still a decent defender. Like, he was one of the best defenders in the world a couple years. You know what I'm saying? He's just not the most intelligent, but athletic ability is there. How the fuck did he let Marcus Thuram on coming back from injury, not 100%, 120 minutes played, turn him inside and out for the pass to assist to Taremi to Fertezi for the winner in the semifinal that broke our fucking hearts? I don't know, but that's life. I'll put him in important. Balde. I'll put him Balde in crucial. Now, my goat Balde, I love Balde. I really do. But his availability is starting to piss me off. And also, he's starting to fry me because the attacks, we used to always say, like, when he was out, it's like, yo, Gerard Martin is so weak on the left side. Like, all of the attacks come from the right. We're just so vulnerable. But we're vulnerable with Balde, too, because it's a different way. Like, Gerard Martin is, like, his inability to just, like, be, like, good, I guess, in that sense. Like, defensively, like, really, like, he's kind of easily exposed against the best of the best. You know what I mean? But Balde, it's just his positioning. Balde's fast as fuck. And he's a decent defender. You know what I'm saying? His best attributes is his dribbling, his pace, and overlapping with Rafinha. But when he don't got Rafinha, it just don't hit the same. It's not as free flowing. So when it comes to us losing the ball, I don't know what it is. Our high line just gets exposed on the right side the most. It just feels always free over there. I don't know what it is. But I'm going to put Balde in crucial because Balde in tip-top shape, his partnership is the most important part of our attack, in my opinion. Now, what is it? Is that Bernal? Looks like Bernal. Bernal. I'm going to put Bernal in depth. I fuck with bro. You know what I'm saying? They saying he's going to be the next Boosie. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know how, it's going to look, where he's going to play. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of defensive midfielders. Obviously, Pedri and De Jong is the greatest double pivot in the world. But as you can see today, with our lack of attackers, we played De Jong as a 10. And then we played Pedri and Casado. And Casado had a great game. Who was the next player I'm going to put in? I'm going to put him as important. Because I think he is going to be crucial as a sub. I think his defensive presence, he reminds me of the Gavi, Fermin, like La Masia products, where they just fight for the badge and they're just so passionate and they just, they're just everywhere on the ball. You know what I'm saying? I think Casado is going to be important. But Bernal, I'm going to put him in depth because I don't really know what the fuck he's going to do for him. But I think he could be a good player in the future. But we'll just have to see. Who in the fuck is that? Is that Andreas? Well, Andreas in depth. I'm going to be honest. I'll put him at the top of depth because I think Christensen is one of our better, smarter defenders. You know what I'm saying? I think he works well with the high line. You feel what I'm saying? I think he could play it better than Araujo can, but it's just, I don't know how much Hansi Flick rates him in the sense where I think he's going to be a constant. He doesn't really ever start. Normally it's going to be Garcia or Kubarsi. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know in the picking order where he really ranks to put him important. I think he's a great player. Kubarsi, and important. I'm not going to put Kubarsi in crucial because I don't know how I feel about Kubarsi without that Inigo partnership. I don't know if Kubarsi is that much better than Araujo. I don't know if Kubarsi is that much better than Christensen. I think Kubarsi is important. I think he's a good starter, but he's still young. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes in the life, he's going to make mistakes and shit, and it's going to happen. We've seen it. Seen the mistake against the PSG where he tried to intercept the ball, and you feel me? That Mayulu goal. You know what I'm saying? We done seen sometimes he was playing some players onside today in the game against Girona. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how crucial he is. Can we play a back line of, can we go back to the back days? Can we play a Rojo and Christensen and have similar success? I don't know. But it's not something that Hansi's trying. You know what I'm saying? And Kubarsi's a constant starter, so I can't really say much. But I fuck with bro. But I'm not gonna put him in crucial because I don't think he's. Who's this? At Dro? Dro, I'm gonna keep it a bean game. You don't matter. You my man, bro. Right now with the injuries, you know what I'm saying? Right now with the injuries, maybe you could get some playing time, you know? But last time we played you, it looked like you wasn't ready, man. And I don't really know if we need you off the bench once the injured players start coming back. Once Coldmo and Furman and Gavi, you know, I don't know where you're going to play. I don't know if you're ever going to play. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some cup games, you know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. But as of right now, I don't know how, you feel me? We're Eric Garcia. I'm putting Eric Garcia in crucial. Hot take. I'm putting Eric Garcia in crucial. Now, last year he wasn't a starter, you know what I'm saying? But this year, I believe that if Koundé's out, he's going to be our right back. And if Koundé's in, he's going to be our center back. I think he's going to start most games. I don't know. It's something about the guy. He's just a good player. Good player. He scores goals sometimes when we need him to. He could play CDM. He could play right back. He could play center back. I just think he's a great player overall. I think he's great, you know, in any of those positions. And I think he's going to be a very, very, very crucial part to our team. He was last year towards the tail end when, you feel me, we were facing injuries with Koundé and, you know what I'm saying? I see some games he even goes to left back. I think he's just great. I think he could play anywhere, and he's just a good tool for Barcelona. Frankie de Jong. Putting Frankie in crucial. I'm going to put him behind Balde and Eric Garcia just because I feel like he's not the main man. But I think a lot of people look at like goals and assists and shit like that to understand. But I think Pedri and de Jong is the greatest double pivot in world football, and I think de Jong is only a little bit less important than Pedri. I think people don't really see his value as they should because they don't understand the game. What de Jong offers is something that Casado cannot offer, something that Gavi cannot offer. The only person that could do what he does better than him is Pedri, but he's just not as, you know, attacking as Pedri, not as good in the attack. Pedri could do whatever the fuck he wants in him. De Jong, he's just a good holding midfielder. I don't know how to explain it. You know what I'm saying? He's not like a fucking defensive physical demon, but the way he moves with the ball, similar to Pedri, you feel me? Turns, spins, just progresses. Like, it's just, everything is just good, bro. He's just good. He's just good at what he does. He's good at what he does. I don't think he does like something that's like insane, but what he does at the highest level. That's what I mean. And I think he's just very important to help take pressure off the game. Him and Pedri together, I think, are the greatest double pivot, the greatest in possession back midfield two in the world. That's how I feel. Fermin, I'm putting Fermin in crucial. I'm putting him above Dion. I'm going to tell you why right now. Dani Olmo, come to the table. Dani Olmo, after the Euros, I was so excited for Dani Olmo to come to back to Barca. I was so excited. Saw that what he did at the Euros, I was so excited. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I was so excited. I really was. I was hyped. I'm like, yo, we're getting a great player. And we did get a great player last year. The problem with Olmo is his availability. And I know people were posting that PSG miss. That was not really a miss. That was not an easy shot to me. Messi would have scored it, but would Firmino have scored it? I don't know. Get off my son Olmo dick. You know what I'm saying? I still fuck with bro. But I think Firmino offers something that Olmo doesn't, which isn't. Olmo plays good with de Jong and Pedri in that midfield three as an attacking midfielder. I think he plays good link up. You know what I'm saying? Good in possession. But sometimes it's just like, I don't know, bro. Sometimes he just loses me. And you know who never loses me? I go Furman. Furman, it's something about Furman. I don't know if it's just him. I told you, him, Casado, and Gavi, they just got something about them. They got this spark to them, this oomph to them, where you could just see how much they care. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could just see it. They just run, they press, they're aggressive. And, you know, Fermin is starting to become lethal. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Starting to become lethal. He started off the season very well. Then he went injured. You know what I'm saying? We are facing an injury crisis. I think when everyone's healthy, I think Fermin, honestly, me personally, I think he should be playing at least 45 minutes a game. At least. Some games, I feel like Olmo might be better for certain matches. And then some games, I feel like Fermin might be better. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I think he is crucial. And I think when Olmo's lacking, Fermin is going to have to step up and become that starting attacking midfielder. And we're going to need that this year because something about this team is not clicking right now. Ferran Torres. I'm going to put Ferran important under Kubarsi. Now, why do I put Ferran there? but people don't. Something is telling me Lewandowski, this is going to be the worst year of his life. I don't know what it is, bro. From the injuries towards the end of last season to the injuries now, I don't know, gang. And last year, when Lewandowski was out, Veron played good. Played good. He did what he needed to do. This season, he's going to need to do what he did last season. A little bit more. Because right now, this injury crisis, Lewandowski, he's been having a lot of injuries lately. But we're going to need Ferron a lot more. How good is Ferron going to be, though? I don't think Ferron is starting striker material. But I think he could only get better. And between him, Marcus Rashford, one of them are going to have to play that number 9 and really do some work. So I don't know how I feel about Lewandowski health for the entire season. Gavi. Oh, Gavi. I hate that I have to do this too much. I'm going to put Gavi at the top of depth. Because I don't even know when Gavi's rumored to come back. Let me see. Gavi getting all these knee surgeries and shit, bro. It's just sad. I hate to see that for my own. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but I hate that for each time. They saying Gavi not coming back till late January, bro. Like, that's so deep, man. Like, hey, man, I hope Gavi good, bro. That's all I'm going to say. Gavi, at one point, him and Pedri were talked about like they were going to be the next Xavi and Iniesta. And they was talking about Gavi like he was going to be Iniesta. And now, I don't know what the fuck happened. I blame De La Fuente for ruining my nigga knees, bro. I don't even know when bro gonna play again. Is this Tony? Is this Tony Fernandez? No, it's not Tony. Who the fuck is this? Who is this? This is Tony Fernandez. Who the fuck is this? Don't know, don't matter. Think it's Hector Fort? Don't matter. Yo, Juan Garcia. First player necessary. Yo, bro. Whoever this is, fries. Inaki Pena, fries. Verstegen, fries. Chesney, importante. Juan Garcia is the greatest goalkeeper we have. Chesney is okay. He had 2 saves today. I think. Just 2. And I was like, okay, Ches. Show me something there, twin. Chesney. No. Fries. Chesney cannot be my starting goalkeeper for the 2025-2026 season. No, we cannot. We can't. We need Juan Garcia to come back. How soon does he come back? Garcia comes back early November. Okay. So we'll be seeing Juan Garcia very soon. We need him. You know, the first few games of the season, especially against Newcastle, Juan Garcia was a necessity, bro. Juan Garcia was a necessity. I ain't gonna lie, he did have that one blunder, and I was like, game, what are you doing that one match? I forgot who against. Was it against Oviedo or some shit? Or I don't remember. He did some dumb shit. But, hey, we still won that game. But we need this guy. One of the greatest goalkeepers in the world, the greatest goalkeeper in La Liga last season. And he's just shown it just for the few matches he's played for us. That when shit's not firing, he's there. If we had Juan Garcia against Sevilla, he would have saved some of those shots. Law, he would have. Necessary. Kunde. I'm going to put Kunde under Eric Garcia and under Balde. I take. Now, I think Kunde is one of our best defenders. I think Kunde in the right back position is better than Eric Garcia. But I think Eric Garcia can play more positions than Kunde can, which is why I'm going to put Eric Garcia more. They had some injuries at the end of last season. He was playing Eric Garcia and Gerard Martin as our fullbacks against Inter. That's why I say if we would have made it to the final, we would have got violated by PSG. Because Gerard Martin and Eric Garcia cannot start in a Champions League final against them Bulls, Desiree Doué, Kavija Kvaratskhelia. We just can't have that. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to put Kunde because Kunde is our starting right back. And last season, he was arguably the best right back in the world after Hakimi. So he had a great season. I think he's also important. Him and Balde, I think, are very important pieces to the team. But if Kunde's out, we're going to need Eric Garcia. If we want to sub out one of our center defensive mids and move people around, we can move Eric Garcia to the center back, right back, or center defensive mid position. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think he's more important because he covers more positions. I don't know when was the last time we played Kunde at center back. I don't know if we have since he joined Barcelona. I don't remember. When he first joined, I wasn't really, you feel me? I don't know. But that's the only reason why I put Eric Garcia over Kunde. Let me Yamal, not necessary. Now, last year, I'm going to be honest, y'all. I saw people was cooking Hansi Flick, bro. They put a picture of Hansi Flick looking like Jeffrey Epstein earlier. They was cooking my goat. But for good reason. Hot take, y'all. Hot take. Last year, we were only as good as Lamine Yamal. Y'all do realize last year, our options off the bench were Ansu Fati with no confidence, Pablo Torre, who the fuck else? Like, let me go. Let me look at our options. I swear, bro, we didn't have really options off the bench last year. If Lamine Yamal would have went down, our season would have been over. At any point if Lamine Yamal went down, it would have been a run. I'm going to be completely honest. Our options off the bench were Pau Victor, Ansu Fati, Pablo Torre, and Ferron. Those are our options off the bench. Lamine Yamal goes down, our attack, you can see it. Now we have Rooney Bardghji, and he's shown good moments, you know what I'm saying? But you can see that without Lamine, there's just something missing from our attack because Lamine isn't just a goal scorer. He's becoming a goal scorer now, but Lamine Yamal is a playmaker more than anything. He's a magician, you know what I'm saying? He makes chances. The amount of chances that he made for Rafinha last season were insane. The amount of chances he makes for Lewandowski, you know what I'm saying? That's what Lamine Yamal is here for. That's what we need. He's a part of our attack that keeps us flowing. You know what I'm saying? We need Lamine Yamal at all points of the season. We can't have going into Champions League matches, Champions League ties with fucking Rooney Bardghji in our right wing. No, it cannot happen, bro. We need our best player. This is the best player in the world and arguably the best player for Barcelona behind one man who we'll get to later. Gerard Martin. I'm going to put Gerard Martin in important. I might put him over Ronald Araujo. Why, you might ask? Because of this Donny and his fucking Dominican legs, bro. Sometimes they just be injured for no fucking reason. And Gerard Martin had to play a good portion of last year. He's had to play a good portion at the beginning of the year. Balde, I don't know if he's at 100% yet. You know what I'm saying? Same thing like I said with Kunde and Eric Garcia. I don't know if they're at 100%. So same thing I said with Ferron and Lewandowski. I don't know if they're at 100%. So these three right here, Eric Garcia, Gerard Martin, and Ferron, they're going to be important. We're going to have to play them a lot more than we want to. Because I don't know when our players are going to be at 100%. Dani Olmo. Nico, I'm going to put you behind Ron. Why am I putting you behind Ron? Because I don't know how important you are. Like, I feel like we can do what we need to do with Fermin in a lot of games. Some games you might be better suited for. But I don't know if we're going to need you that much, like, over Fermin. Like, I think Fermin's going to be more important for you. More important than you this season, personally. I think this is the season for Fermin to really, you feel me? He dubbed Chelsea. And I think this is the season. I think this is the one where he really going to make that position his own. And maybe you'll be a good option off the bench. The thing is, you're too injury prone. There's something wrong with you, gang. So for that reason, I'm going to put you in important. I fuck with you, Coleman. I do. But y'all know who I fuck with the most? I go. In my opinion, I take Lamine Yamal might be viewed as the best player in the world. Pedri is a top 5 player in the world to me, personally. Top 5 at least. Top 5 right now, probably Harry Kane, Erling Haaland, Mbappe, Nuno Mendes, Pedri. That's my top 5 in the world right now, dude. Hot take. Those are the most top 5 informed players right now. Rashford probably top 10. Lamine Yamal arguably at his best is the best player in the world. But right now, he's coming back from injury, and it hasn't been, feel me, all firing for him. Pedri is the most important player for Barcelona, okay? The most important. Number 1, undisputed. Everything goes through him, nigga. Everything. When it comes to him getting recoveries, him progressing the ball forward to start the attacks, his passing, chances created, even scoring goals at times. Everything, bro. Everything. This guy just runs the game. He keeping the ball, possession, you know what I'm saying? Everything, bro. It's just him, bro. It's just him. It's just him. He's just him. He's the number one. This is his team. I know Lamine Yamal is the face. He's the big, the big name. He's the goal scorer. He's, you know what I'm saying? He's an attacker. He's in the number 10. You know what I'm saying? He's 18. But if you really understand ball, Pedri is the best player for Barcelona right now. And he's the most important player on the team. And he is a top 5 player in the world currently, right now, in this moment. Rafinha, hot take. I'm putting Rafinha at the top of crucial. Do I think Rafinha is necessary? No, because of who's taking his place in this very moment while he's injured. I don't know if I think Rafinha is necessary. He was last year. Last year, I would have put him at the top of necessary. Last year, in my opinion, Rafinha was our most important player. This year, though, I feel like he could breathe a little bit. Like I told you, our attack and depth options were so cooked last year. We were so lucky that Rafinha and Yamal didn't get injured much the entire season. And they were able to play as much as they did at the level they did for as long as they did in the season, playing in the Champions League and in the league. Rafinha won La Liga Player of the Year. Rafinha also, well, no, he didn't win Champions League Player of the Season, but he probably should have. I think Dembouz might have won it, but he probably should have. And he equaled Ronaldo's goal tally. He scored in both legs in the semifinal. But this year, I think we can let bro breathe a little bit. I don't think he needs to have as big of a year as he had last year for us to do what we need to do. But I think he is the most crucial player. And I think for our attack to be firing how it is, we need him and Balde on the left side. And we need him and Yamal to have that connection so he can have a great season like he did last year. But the reason why I won't put him in necessary anymore is because we have this man right here. Marcus Rashford. Now, Marcus Rashford. You know me, you know, boy. Rashford, my favorite Premier League player of all time. When I was a jet playing FIFA, I used to use United. I used to see my boy Rashy. You know what I'm saying? Who remembers Blackchester United? Rashford, Pogba, Jesse Lingard. Good times. If you know the 2022-23 season for United, this guy, bro, under Ten Hag was wild. But right now, he's Barcelona's best attacker. He has the most goals and assists for Barcelona right now because Rafinha has been out. Normally, Rashford's coming in off the bench. But I think Rashford is going to be very important. I think Rashford's our best set piece taker. We saw he almost scored a free kick today. I think Rashford is going to be the greatest depth in the league for Lamine Yamal and Rafinha. I think him coming on some games, when Rafinha comes back, maybe pushing Rafinha to the middle. Or maybe pushing Rafinha to the right and Rashford plays on the left. Or coming in as a number 9 for Ferran Torres or Lewandowski some games. You know what I'm saying? Rashford is going to be very important in our attack and in our attacking depth. But I think we're going to need him more this season than we would have last season. You saw last season we didn't have to deal with Rafinha and Yamal getting injured as much. You know what I'm saying? We have Ferran for Lewandowski. But now we have Rashford. So I think he's going to be just as important as a Ferran Torres, personally. And we've seen his goal scoring ability, seen the effect, he's played to be the leading GA for Barcelona. Robert Lewandowski. I'm going to put Robert Lewandowski in the bottom of crucial. Why do I put Robert Lewandowski in? Because Robert Lewandowski last year scored so many goals for us, especially in the first half of the season. He was everywhere. The attack was firing. Rafinha, Yamal, Lewa. We was wilding last year. This year, they're injured. Came on as a sub, scored a goal in one game, assisted from Lamine. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't know if he's going to be able to stay healthy like he was last season. Towards the tail end, it really hurt us that he was out. We had to play Ferran every game. Obviously, Ferran had his moments, but some things were just missing. Lewandowski is one of the greatest number 9s of all time. Arguably the 3rd greatest goal scorer of this generation after Messi and Ronaldo. You know what I'm saying? One of the greatest strikers of this generation. In the conversation with Benz and Suarez. Should have a Ballon d'Or to his name. You know what I'm saying? He could do a lot. He could build up, you know what I'm saying? He could score headers, he could score whatever type of goals he wants, you know what I'm saying? But you missed that penalty against Sevilla. I can't forgive you, Monica. But I think this year, if he stays healthy, he'll be important. This is our number 9. This is our starting striker. People will talk about Rashford, but this is our starting striker. And our attack is best when we have our starting striker. One of the greatest strikers of all time. Elite movement, elite everything. Everything that Ferran can't do, he can do. And that's why we're going to need him this season. Rooney Bardghji. I know why Rooney put you at the bottom of important. Do I think you're that important? No. But my young nigga needs to rest. My young nigga got a heavy load on him. You feel what I'm saying? Last year, he had a long year. So because I'm going to need my young nigga to rest a little bit, I'm going to put you at the bottom of important. Same shit right next to Chesney. Same shit right next to Casado. When Frankie or De Jong or Frankie or Pedri need to come off, Casado, perfect replacement. If anything happens to Joan Garcia this season, Chesney, you will be there. Rooney Bardghji, when Lamine Yamal needs to breathe, that's what we're going to call him. Either than that, have fun, brother. Tony Fernandez, you don't matter. I'll be honest. When all of our players are healthy, you had a little show out today, and you didn't really get to do what you wanted to do, but they had you playing in a position that you don't play. And that's fucked up. That's not your fault, gang. But unfortunately, like I said, bro, you're just not all that. Who the fuck is number 26? Joffrey Torrens. Don't matter. I'm pretty sure you got loaned off. This is my Barcelona tier list. I'm not changing this. It's staying just like this. Necessary people who must play every single game for us to have success. Pedri, Yamal, Joan Garcia. I'm not disrespecting Rafinha. I just think now we have a little bit more attacking depth, and bro doesn't need to play every single game being the number 1 most clutch player. Rafinha was our best player last season. I don't care what you say. We're not rewriting history. I know Lamine Yamal got second on the Ballon d'Or because we, at a certain point, realized this guy is the best player in the world. Rafinha was our most important player last season. But this season, he's going to be able to breathe a little bit because we have more depth, and we don't need him to play every single game doing what he did last year. We're going to let you rock a little bit, little bro, because you deserved that last year. Last year, we put everything on his back. I don't want to do that this year. Now, we have people like Marcus Rashford that can come on and make a difference. We have Ferran Torres, who will play on the left side. You know what I'm saying? So we don't need you to do what you did last year, Rafinha. But you will be important. You're going to be one of our most important players. Crucial to our success this year. I just don't think you are the necessity that you were last year. That's just me personally. I could be tweaking. Let me know what y'all think about that. Put Eric Garcia in there over Koundé and Balde. Because I'm telling you, somebody's going to be out. Eric Garcia is going to have to either play center back with Koundé, going to have to play right back for Koundé, or he's going to have to play center defensive mid and get moved up from center back or from right back whenever. He could just fill so many places, and that's why I think he's going to be crucial, because he's a great option to start or even come off the bench. Balde and Koundé, I put y'all damn near equal because last year, if we would have had y'all, shit could have went differently towards the end of the season. I genuinely believe so. I don't think Balde was going to let Dumfries do him how he did Gerard Martin. Now, would Balde have had those crosses that Gerard Martin had to Dani Olmo and to Eric Garcia? I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see what happens this year. But I think full-firing fullbacks, like I said, Balde and Koundé are both two top 3 fullbacks in the world on their day. So I think we'll see what's going on when y'all healthy. Fermin, like I said, bro, I see Fermin playing more than Dani Olmo this year. I just personally do. I think he's more important than Dani Olmo this year. I don't know if the streets is jacking Dani Olmo. You know what I'm saying? Dani Cole, you my man, though, gang. But right now, streets not jacking you much. So it is what it is. De Jong. Frankie De Jong. You my man, bro. Crucial to this team's success. People try to say to you, like, you don't do nothing. I understand what you do. How you do it, great. It's just, obviously, you don't offer everything that Pedri offers in the attack. You tried today. You did your job as number 10. You got that assist. You know what I'm saying? You're pretty decent. But, you know, I just don't think you're, like, irreplaceable. That's all. But I think you're going to be very important. But I think, you know, sometimes Casado could pull up and, you feel me, put in a good shift. But I see your worth, Mud. Lewandowski, like I said, we're going to need you to be on how you was last year. And you should be our starter number 9. I don't care if you're 40 years old, my nigga. I don't give a fuck. You niggas do not move better than Robert Lewandowski, one of the greatest strikers of all time, one of the greatest strikers of this generation, one of the greatest players of this generation, someone who should have won a Ballon d'Or. Ferran Torres cannot fulfill your role. Marcus Rashford cannot fulfill your role. These niggas can't beat you, Mud. So I need you to lock in. So our attack could free flow and we could score goals how we was scoring last year. Winning fucking scoring 7 goals and shit. That's what we need. We need to get back to that Barca. Kubarsi, like I said, probably our starting center back. But like I said, I want to see different center back pairings get tried out. Kubarsi has shown errors in his game. It's not like he's irreplaceable in center back or like he's Mr. Offside Trap like Inigo Martinez. He just played very well with Inigo Martinez. But I don't know if he's as irreplaceable as Inigo Martinez. If Inigo Martinez was still on our team, I would put him at necessary. Dead ass. That's how I feel about Inigo Martinez. Kubarsi, I think Kubarsi is going to be very important. I think he's one of our better defenders. But I don't know if he's like a irreplaceable defender. Marcus, I'm going to need you to come off that bench, put in pain. Same shit that you've been doing. Feel me? Leading the line right now for us, starting every game. You're him right now. Once Rafinha comes back, we're going to see what happens. Ferran, fuck with you, man. I'll fuck with you that much, though. You will never be Robert. But you are very good. You do what you need to do. But like I said, it gets to a point. But it might get to that point where we're going to need you. We're going to have to call on you a lot. You know what I'm saying? Gerard Martin. Yeah, I fuck with you, bro. But not that much. But I think you're still going to be important because I don't know what's going to happen with Balde's health. Ronald Araujo. Some games you probably going to have to start. Some games you might not. But I think you're a constant. And in the picking orders, I think you're the nigga that niggas fuck with the most. Dani Cole, like I said, streets not jack you this year. You get injured a lot. I think Fermin going to have to start, feel me, making that spot his own. Maybe you come off the bench, I can start sharing minutes. I don't think you're our constant number 1 starting center attacking midfield. I'm sorry. Casado, you did it. You had a great game today. Great ass fucking game. I fuck with you, game. But we're gonna see how we feeling, feel me, moving forward, and see how shit go. But I think you can be a great asset coming off the bench. And you feel me? Maybe sometimes starting a game or two, you know what I'm saying? If we want to rest Pedri some more, because, you know, my nigga getting tired. My nigga played too many games. Chesney, hopefully Joan Garcia doesn't get injured so we never have to use you. But like I said, he's out right now, so right now you're important. Rooney Bardghji, you're important, so my nigga Lamine Yamal can breathe. Y'all niggas that don't matter, I said what I said. I fuck with y'all though. But just right now, it's like, feel me? I'm not even going to arrange this shit properly, but let me do it anyway. Richard Torres got loaned out. These are random keepers. Hector Fort also got loaned out. Let's leave it like that. And then Gavi, obviously it's unfortunate the injuries and shit. So, you know, we'll see you when we see you. Christensen, like I said, I don't know how much Hansi Flick rates you. I think you're a great defender, but Hansi Flick put you at the bottom of the picking order. And he started so many niggas over you. So we're gonna see what happens, bro. And my nigga Convey, Mark Bernal. Like I said, bro. In the picking order, I don't know where you're gonna play. The streets calling you Busquets. Feel me? We're gonna see, bro. But you're still very young. You got a lot to feel me. That's my ratings for Barcelona's most important players. And now I'm gonna play FIFA.